This is it. This is what I've travelled halfway across the world for, to see the Siberian tiger in the snow. This is the giant amongst cats, the third largest flesh eater on the planet. There's a male and female here. The male's got his back to me. They can be over 10 feet long. They are such powerful predators. Deer is one of the main prey items, but they can easily eat wild boar, and they've even been known to attack and kill an adult brown bear. I can hear them licking the carcass. That's because they've got that really rough tongue, and they use that to lick the flesh away from the carcass. They don't use smell when they're hunting. They listen and use their incredible sight. At night they can see 6 times better than we can, and then they stalk up on their prey, ambush it, jump out, grab it round the throat, and then throttle it.
This is a film about bull sharks, and while we were making it, something terrible happened.
I'd certainly be very nervous about doing this on my own, but I'm with shark behaviourist Eric Ritter. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Nigel, how you doing?
There are bull sharks all around us. Your studies are trying to get you into the mind of the shark, is that right?
That's correct.
And particularly how sharks interact with humans. Ah! The petrel fin just touched my leg there, and she almost lifted it out the way. She doesn't want to touch us, does she? I mean, there are a dozen big bull sharks here, 450 pounds, 8 feet long.
Look right here.
Wow!
These sharks could easily take you out. So as long as we don't move, you know, and they realize we're not a threat to them, they couldn't care less.
And then...
I can't believe that happened. I'll never forget how effective those teeth and those jaws. I mean, Eric's leg, the bite was in the calf, and it was just like us biting into a watermelon.
And this is a man who knows sharks and works with them nearly every day. Later, I'll ask him what went wrong.
After yesterday's weigh-in, we left the Argentinosaurus herd. Somewhere near here, they were skirting the edge of this forest, heading east towards the nesting grounds. They can't move very fast, so hopefully we can intercept them. You are, Don. That is beautiful. Gorgeous, moves so beautifully. Watch out, look at that behind! Come on! What a monster! Listen to that. This is the first time I've heard baby gators calling in the wild. The mum's there. This is a pretty big mother. She's about 8 feet long. But for me to get close to watch her actually getting the babies, come on, Mum. I need to lure her away. I'm the bait. Then hopefully I can get close, and I really want to see the mum actually use those jaws to dig in the nest and get her babies. Listen to that hiss. Come on, Mum. Oh, that snap really got my heart beating. That was a close one. If they run at you, they can run at 12 miles an hour, and I should be able to outrun her. Wow! Come on, Mum. Come on. Come on, then. Wow!
Now I've lured her away, I need to sneak up to the nest, stay still, and hope she doesn't attack me.
To really get into the alligator's world, you've got to be low down, right on your tummy. I can't wait to see this. She used those jaws to frighten me away, wallop them together, but now she's going to use them with delicacy and precision. And here she comes. This is a big one. Wow. This is what we've been waiting for. When there's the dry down, big snakes like this are looking for water. If they, wow, look at that mouth. And what I've got to do, that is striking like crazy. If I can tie her, wow, tire her out, whoa, come on. I've got to get behind the head. And if this one gets me, wow, really, on the leg there. And what I've got to do is I've got the head now. Luckily, it's just got my trousers, not my family jewels. But if I can get her head off now, there we go. Let go, baby. Let go. There we go. Look at that. This is a wonderful specimen. This is the fourth one I've caught, and each time they get better. Look at that mouth. And I've got to avoid this killer grip. They coil the first part of their body round your arm, they move that forward, and they can work that coil. They're so powerful, and force your hand away from their head, and then they turn around and bite you. She's been around a few years. Look at that wound there. That's a bite from a caiman, or maybe a capybara. Capybara, they are vicious prey, and they can bite. Once the snakes grab them, they can bite the snake's body, and that's why they get these scars. She's got them all over her body, but she is still so beautiful, aren't you? Maria, she's so heavy. Can you help me? We need to measure this one and see whether it's one of your marked. Listen to that hiss. I think you need to...
animal.
The smaller shark didn't feel comfortable being close to a 16-foot giant, but I was too excited to care. Close up, the great white is more magnificent than I could ever have imagined. On the boat, Andre said, whatever happens, stand your ground or swim towards the shark. I'd better follow him. The giant shark was curious. Perhaps it hadn't swum with people before. Our only problem, sharks investigate their surroundings with their mouth and sensitive teeth. They wade in jaws first. Even the gentlest of bites would be a disaster. Now it was time to find one. First, some bait. In the Ordovician, that's the easy bit. With no land animals to scavenge along the beach, anything the sea spits up just lies here rotting.
An armour-plated fish.
Now into shallow water to flush out one unpleasant little critter that I was going to be seeing a lot of.
a sea scorpion, one of the most grotesque of predators. And look at that, look at the tail curling. That's how they get their name, but there's no venom in there, like their namesakes on the land. And you've got to be careful of those formidable pincers at the front. Oh.
The scorpion gave me a graphic demonstration of just how formidable its claws are. It literally shredded the bait at my feet before moving on to bigger prey.
Ah!
You all right, Nigel?
Slash my leg. It's another scar for the collection. No sudden moves.
Nigel has chosen the wrong creature to disturb. Cave bears stand 13 feet tall, weighing up to 3/4 of a ton, and are more muscular than any other bear.
Get moving!
Run. Drop the camera, Captain. Just move. Great spot, Robert. There's a lot of frogs here, I bet.
Yeah, perfect food for the water snakes. No way, there's one there!
Robert! Hey!
Oh, yes!
You got it, Robert!
I got him! Oh, that's awesome!
What kind is that?
Well, this guy is a keelback or freshwater snake.
So that looks exactly like a rough scale snake, which is one of the venomous ones on my list. How can you tell the difference?
If you look closely, you can see he's got these little stripes along his jaws.
The stripes are formed by loreal scales. No venomous snakes have them. What do keelbacks feed on?
This one will mainly feed on frogs, but he's one of the only snakes in Australia to be able to actually feed on cane toads.
Most Australian snakes are killed by the poison of cane toads.
Definitely. For this guy, he just gobbles them right up. It's amazing. I think I'll let him go now.
The keelback is a good omen. They're often found living with the venomous snake that's at number 10 on my list.
I need to lure her.
Matilda decides to go for a smaller but easier meal.
She's seen me. Okay, boys. Okay.
It may have seemed like a good idea at the time, but now Nigel is in serious trouble. Thanks to the Dinosuchus, Nigel is still one step ahead of Matilda.
Matilda.